अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयम् उच्यते तस्मादेव विदित्वेन नानुशोचितुम् अर्हसि. Hello friends. Friends, this is the 25th shlok of the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and in today's video we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says Avyakto ayam achintyo ayam, which means it is unmanifest, it is unthinkable. Avikaryo ayam uchyate, which means it is without defects. It has been said, Tasmat eva viditvenam, which means therefore, thus knowing him, nanu shochitum arhasi, which means do not grieve. So Shri Krishna is telling Arjun over here that the divinity inside us, it is unmanifest, it is unthinkable, it is without defects, and thus knowing it that it is so, you should not grieve. So in the previous three shloks, Sri Krishna has been explaining to Arjun different aspects of this divinity inside us, which is the Atma, and he has given descriptions in terms of mentioning that this divinity is beyond this physical universe, and therefore anything in this physical universe does not really affect it. And he then said that it is eternal, it is unchanging, and it is present everywhere. So that description is continued over here, and Sri Krishna over here says that that divinity is unmanifest, it is unthinkable, and it is without any defects. And so then he is telling Arjun that understanding this inner divinity which is present in all of us, you must realize that there is no reason for you to feel to feel bad or to be grieved about your situation right now. So the issue with Arjun, as we have discussed in first chapter, is that he is feeling attached to the people who are present on this battlefield, and he's thinking that by fighting he is going to end up killing them, and this is something which is bad. So clearly, the reason why he's thinking so is evident. I mean, there is so much discussion that goes all around in terms of non-violence, not killing others, and things like that. And so, when Arjun is thinking like that, then it's a very natural thing for him to have that opinion. And especially in the Indian tradition, where we have Buddhist tradition and Jain traditions, which are so strict in terms of killing others, it's pretty natural for Arjun to feel that way. But over here, Sri Krishna is telling him that you must understand that the Atma, which is the inner divinity inside us, has all these characteristics. And when you understand this, you should not feel bad about your situation. So the thing that you have to understand, and I think I explained part of it in yesterday's video also, is that we are all Atma, and we also have an aspect which is Jivatma. So the I described to you in yesterday's video that Atma is like an ocean, and in that ocean, different waves rise and fall, and those are Jivatma. And all these Jivatmas, in that sense, represent all of us. So everybody who is present around you, who has some sort of consciousness, is basically a Jivatma, which is a wave in Atma. But the mistake that we do is that we assume this Jivatma to be something important or something which has some value in it or something inherent in it, while in reality that is not the case. Jivatma is just an illusion. In reality, there is just the Atma. Jivatma comes and goes, while the Atma remains forever. So the eternal and the unchanging is the Atma, which is present everywhere, which does not have any defects, which is unmanifest, which cannot be thought of. While the one wave in that which comes as a manifestation is the Jivatma, and Jivatma in that sense is something which is which is not really there. It's just an illusion. You think that it has some value to it, but in reality, it's not really there. And so Shri Krishna is asking Arjun to understand this, and he's telling him that, do not grieve for something which is not really there. Jivatma is not really there. So why to grieve about it? This is something which will come and this will go. And so many of them come and go, come and go. And over a period of time, how many of them have gone and come? So do not really grieve about their coming or their going in that sense. So something which is not really there, why should you really grieve about him? That's the point that Sri Krishna is making over here. Now, you have to be careful over here. It does not mean that you just go around there killing people just for fun. That is not what you should do, because that action that you'll be performing will have its own consequences. The law of cause and effect, which is the karma, that law is going to come into effect. So you should not go about killing everyone, but for the sake of upholding dharma and for the sake of upholding the will of the absolute Godhead, you might have to kill someone. And in that situation, you should not really feel bad, because you have to have an understanding that what you're doing, that Jivatma that is over there, or everybody which is present on the battlefield in Kurukshetra, they are all basically illusions. They are all Atma, thinking themselves to be Jivatmas, and are in a confused state. So for Arjun to kill them is something which is basically like killing an illusion, or killing somebody in a dream to a certain extent. So that is the point that Sri Krishna is making over here, that do not grieve for something which is not really there. Understand that all these people over there, inside all of them, there is this divinity which is eternal and unchanging, while their will, the will that they are putting on that eternal thing, is an illusion. And you thinking that by killing them you are going to destroy that thing is just a pointless thing, because that thing is not really there at all. So that's the whole point that has been given in this shlok. These ideas are a little difficult to understand, and I can see that maybe in a 5 to 10 minute video, the point is not really getting completely through to you. So in case if you have any questions, I do a live session on Instagram every Saturday night. So if you have any questions, do come over there. I'll take live sessions and you can ask me more questions over there. So I hope I have explained this shlok well to you. With this, I'll close this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.